Prince Harry was once a respected member of the royal family, a brave soldier, a loyal brother, and a beloved son. But ever since he married Meghan Markle, the former actress and social climber, he has become a shadow of his former self, a pathetic puppet who follows his wife's every whim and whimper. That was the message that Dr. Phil McGraw, the famous TV psychologist and author, delivered to Harry on a recent episode of The View, the popular talk show hosted by Whoopi Goldberg and others. In a shocking and scathing interview, Dr. Phil exposed Harry's lies, failures, and insecurities, and made him cry like a baby in front of millions of viewers. Dr. Phil, who has been a vocal critic of Meghan Markle and her manipulative ways, did not hold back when he confronted Harry about his decision to abandon his royal duties, his family, and his country, and move to California with his wife and son. He accused Harry of being a grifter who wanted to cash in on his royal status while rejecting the responsibilities and obligations that came with it. He also challenged Harry to explain why he had cut off contact with his father, Prince Charles, his brother, Prince William, and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, who had supported him throughout his life. He asked Harry how he could betray the people who loved him the most, and how he could turn his back on the traditions and values that had shaped him. Dr. Phil did not stop there. He also questioned Harry's mental health and suggested that he was suffering from a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome, a psychological condition where a captive develops sympathy and loyalty to their captor. He said that Harry had been brainwashed by Meghan Markle, who had isolated him from his friends, family, and reality, and had convinced him that she was the only person who cared about him. He said that Meghan Markle had exploited Harry's childhood trauma, his mother's death, and his struggles with the media, and had used them as excuses to control him and make him do whatever she wanted. He said that Meghan Markle had turned Harry into a joke and a loser, and had ruined his reputation and his legacy. Dr. Phil's harsh words reduced Harry to tears as he tried to defend himself and his wife but failed miserably. He stuttered, stammered, and sobbed as he realized that he had no valid arguments, no rational explanations, and no moral justification for his actions. He looked like a broken man, a lost soul, a hopeless case. The View's hosts and audience were stunned by Dr. Phil's brutal takedown of Harry, and some of them even applauded and cheered him on. They agreed with Dr. Phil that Harry had made a huge mistake by marrying Meghan Markle, and that he had thrown away his life, his dignity, and his happiness for a woman who did not love him, but only used him for her own selfish and sinister purposes. Dr. Phil's interview with Harry was a wake-up call for the world and a warning for anyone who might fall prey to Meghan Markle's charms and schemes. He showed that Harry was not a hero, but a victim, and that Meghan Markle was not a saint, but a devil. He showed that Harry needed help, and that Meghan Markle needed to be stopped. He showed that Harry was not a prince, but a laugh.